worked with everyone from Diana Ross and Quincy Jones to Justin Bieber and Alicia Keys.
And as the musical director for American Idol, he's now helping create a new generation of stars. Welcome to our show, musical director, composer, producer, Ray Chu in the house.
Hey, how you doing?
You're everything, aren't you? Jack of all trades. So what's going on over there at American Idol? And I hear you need a few more judges. I mean, Shannon and I have this gig, but if you move the show over here, we'll happily oblige.
Right. We can fly back and forth, actually. I think we can do them both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let us know.
Totally kidding. But you and Ryan Seacrest are the only ones left standing. What are you doing right?
Well, there's a lot going on with that show, music-wise, and I focus on that. There's lots of politics, and the network wants to, find the right mix with the judges.
Yeah.
But the music has still got to be the music still has to remain the focal point and the foundation of what we're doing. The artists come on and they need the right support. It's my job to present all of the music product.
But what do you think about all the changes going on? And I heard they're going back to 3 judges. Jennifer Hudson has signed on to it. What else?
That sounds about right. Yeah. Hey,
come on, we want some insider dish. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I make it a point of, like I said, staying focused on the music. Now that's enough right there because it's. I work steadily through from February straight through to the end of May.
Wow. And the hours are brutal on
the
show.
It's a 7-day work week for me.
It's 24/7.
Now, because I'm doing several jobs. It's also not only the preparation and the performance for the show itself, but I also produce the music separately for the iTunes product. So all the performances that you see, they're not cut and paste to go on the iTunes. They're separately produced.
I didn't know
so
that.
yeah.
So how did you even land
last
this
year we did 130 songs I produced, and this year we probably did a little less because we didn't produce the duets and the group songs. Last year we included that stuff in there.
130 songs
a
year. Goodness.
So, yeah.
What's that workload like for you?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Do you sleep?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I as soon as I finish, I go right to sleep so I can get just enough for the next day. I don't do anything else except that for the 4 months, 5 months, or whatever, And we start working on the show in November, December, but it kicks in heavy for me in February. So it's a lot.
So how'd you even land this gig? Did they call you? Did you call them? Did you have to audition? How does it work?
Oh yeah, I waited outside.
You waited outside?
Yeah, I can play the piano.
I don't think that many people can do exactly what you do.
But seriously, how did you land the gig?
I was called in through when there was a vacancy created when Ricky Minor, the former music director, he went to the Tonight Show.
That's right.
And then there was a vacancy, and I guess they did, credible search, and I think I had the right pedigree for that. Having done all my years at the Apollo, doing Showtime at the Apollo, that kind of show where you have it's live, it's on, it's moving fast-paced. You have an audience that is potentially hostile, and if you can get through that crowd, then you can almost do anything. So I was prepared to do anything.
And now you've been on American Idol for 3 seasons, and it's obvious you've put your footprint on the shows. But what are some of the changes that you've actually implemented since you've been there?
Well, some of the things is that I went about doing the music in the manner that had my own personality. I did not ask for any of the tools or templates that my predecessor had used. I came up with my own systems to go about delivering the music product. And, we had some new technical products that we did, such as we have this screen system that displays our music, and I had somebody specifically design it for our show. And those types of instruments help us to navigate, the glut of the music. We have a lot of music that we have to get through on a daily basis, And so, we're not up there fumbling with actual sheet music.
Right.
We have it, it's computerized, and we're able to, interact with it, and that matter.
Wow, it
Now,
seems
you
like a lot
mentioned-
goes into it.
Yeah, it does. But you mentioned the Apollo. But how does the Apollo audience differ from the American Idol audience?
Well, yeah, again, the Apollo audience, they go to the Apollo, and that's the only show where it's appropriate if you don't feel like you really like somebody to boo them off stage. That's the only venue in the world that it's appropriate to do that.
Right.
And so some people get a little overzealous with, about doing that.
Yes.
And
We've
some of them
watched.
come to the Apollo just to boo. And so sometimes it gets to be a little bit much, but the general spirit of the Apollo is the legacy, that great legacy that they have there of all the greats that have graced that stage. And so I'm also glad to still currently be associated with the Apollo Theater. In a couple of weeks, they're going to induct Shaka Khan into the Apollo Hall of Fame. I'll be doing the music for that.
That's
we have
fantastic.
lots of wonderful guest stars, Jennifer Hudson, Patti LaBelle.
We will
Good
be
stuff.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
no, we've
Yes.
we've already signed up for that, so don't
okay.
you worry. You'll see us again.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot always goes into your shows. There's always a lot of music, a lot of elements. You mentioned some of them earlier, but can you kind of walk us through the process that it takes to get these contestants on American Idol on the stage every single week? Do they pick their own songs? Is there a list that's approved from them to pick? And how much practicing does it take? And how much do you actually work with them in that process?
Well, I have a team of vocal coaches and assistant musical directors.
Okay.
Because it takes a lot. We'll have on a given week, we'll do about 10 songs, 10 performances, and which means I also have to produce 10 songs separately. The team will sit and meet with our executive producers on a Friday, and then the list of songs has to be cleared beforehand. So they'll have a general category as to what they're going to do. This is going to be rock week, and songs of the of that genre will be on the table, and they'll have probably about 200 or 300 songs, and the contestant has to choose, but it also has to be vetted by the executive producers. They want to make sure that these songs are going to work. The network is in on it, and so that's step one of the process. Friday night, then I start preparing the music with our team, and we'll start working on the arrangements. We'll sit with the contestant, work out what their idea is. For instance, during the season. Candace Glover, who won,
Yes.
she had she wanted to do she chose to do Straight Up, right? And of course,
By Paula Abdul?
By Paula Abdul.
Right.
Now I don't know if you saw the
Really?
performance, but what we now we said, well, what are we gonna do with that? And I sat with her, and she said, hey, I wanted to kind of do an unplugged thing. Then I had a great idea. If you want to do it unplugged, then let's get kind of like a street motif, and get some street drums, and everybody kind of
okay.
sit around. And it was one of the most unique performances on American Idol.
That was your
today.
idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you helped her win.
Right.
Well,
Technically.
I give them all the best opportunity to win.
Well, did you,
because
did you know
I
she
really
was going to win?
No, I don't know that.
But did
But
you have a
her.
feeling that she would walk away with the grand prize?
Probably about 2 minutes before they announce it. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
Since you've seen so many great performers, where do you see her career going? What do you see is next for her?
She has a great aptitude for knowing her artistry and knowing how to present it. I could see that coming in the door. Now, she represents somebody who has persevered through this. She tried out twice and was rejected twice. I remember last year when she was cut from Hollywood Week, and she was really, I saw her cry and go off the side of the stage and really, some people could be totally broken. So she was only broken for the moment.
Got
And she
you.
came back. And so that represents somebody who knows how to persevere. So so her approach to her artistry is that you got to believe in yourself more than others may not.
That's true.
And you have to, you have to go through the wall and past the wall and over barriers and continue to do that. She's already demonstrated that she's got the stones to do this, so I think she's going to have a great career.
Right. So talking about great careers, you've worked with some other amazing people outside of American Idol. I mean, you've been in over 100 gold and platinum albums. And some of the people, I'm going to read this so I don't get it wrong. Ashford and Simpson, you worked with Alicia Keys, and Ashford and Simpson's album was actually Is It Still Good to You? Is It Good to You? That one, okay. And then,
that
Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Songs in A minor with Alicia Keys. I mean, the list goes on.
So you've worked with the old school and the new school.
Gladys Knight,
Right.
the Pimps.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
what's the secret to your career longevity?
Well, I think the longevity is based upon a lot of great preparation at the beginning stages. If you have a good foundation and you're able to set your goals properly, and as a matter of fact, I'm on the Grammy committee here in New York City, the Grammy chapter. I'm a board member. And we did a panel this morning, and I was the moderator. And one of the things I told, some of the young people is that, you need to you gotta get the right goals. Because one young person stood up and said he wanted to be a music mogul. I said, well, that's, and obviously a mogul, meaning making lots of money and yachts and all that stuff. I said, well, the first thing you need to do is be a businessman and then a successful businessman. So let's get the goals right, because the money is going to be a byproduct and one of the fruits of your labor.
Absolutely.
And so, again, I was prepared at a very early age to know what this business was going to be about. It wasn't about the business, it was about the artistry. I totally had that in mind. I would be doing music no matter what. And so I've been very blessed and fortunate to have a lot of help. You got to have a lot of help. You got to have people that believe in you,
Absolutely.
and that will help champion your cause and help you along the way. I've had a lot of help. That's why I help others.
And now, really quickly, before we let you go, President Obama, his musical director too. You've worked with everybody.
Yeah, that's right. That was his first inaugural ball.
Wow.
That was the neighborhood ball where he picked all of the performers.
Yeah.
It was a tremendous lineup. Wow. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've witnessed history and you've helped make musical history. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be sure to check you out on June 10th when we come celebrate Shaka Khan.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
All right. We'll
Right.
see you soon. And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.